A new Dragon Ball Super project has been announced, some people already know about it, and in this video I'm here to give you more details, especially about how the new Dragon Ball will be made, which might shock a lot of people because of the controversies involving Studio Ghibli, the EPT chat, and some time ago. After all, Toei Animation announced that they intend to use artificial intelligence to make the new Dragon Ball, and not just Dragon Ball, but also One Piece and other anime. So in this video I'm going to detail a few things, so take note. First, the sources where it was announced that there will be a new Dragon Ball project, Dragon Ball with artificial intelligence. And not just talk about Dragon Ball made by Toei with artificial intelligence, as well as other Dragon Ball projects made with artificial intelligence by people who are not from Toei. Some that look like a live action of a much higher level than Dragon Ball Evolution, made by regular people using artificial intelligence. And if you don't know, basically in the anime niche, Dragon Ball is leading when it comes to artificial intelligence. There are a lot of really good images, and I've even used some of them on thumbnails here on the channel, made by artificial intelligence. When it comes to Dragon Ball, artificial intelligence is getting specialized in creating the kind of fights you see in Dragon Ball, the art style, and the type of characters. So if you're a Dragon Ball fan, you'll enjoy seeing what will happen in the future of Dragon Ball here in this video. So, to recap, Vidiamp will probably bring us a cover with a new Dragon Ball announcement tomorrow. And where was this actually announced? It was both on the official Dragon Ball channel on YouTube, on the official Dragon Ball website, through Victor Utida, who is known for being the official journalist who brings us production information about Dragon Ball, and also the editor of VJump, Victor Asada. He said that we have tons of information about Dragon Ball to analyze, and also that information about a certain project will also be announced in this edition of VJump, which is a Japanese magazine that will be released soon, and we will have everything about the new project there. Along with that, as I showed in the last video, we have this big cover, and now it has come out in high quality, so it looks even better for you to see, of Goku and Gohan with the father-son Kamehameha in tribute to the 10 years of Dragon Ball Super. But basically, what is going to be announced? That we're still keeping as a surprise, but everyone who is subscribed to the channel with the notification bell on will be able to find out. After all, we now have 400,000 subscribers and more people are following these updates in what could be the year of Dragon Ball, not only with Dragon Ball Daima that happened at the beginning of the year, but also with this new project that will be announced, which in my opinion has everything to do with the continuation of the canonical Dragon Ball, the Black Frieza saga, and everything else. But regarding Dragon Ball with artificial intelligence, will Dragon Ball now also be made by artificial intelligence? Are the artists going to start arguing even with Toei Animation, which makes the animation for Dragon Ball? A short time ago, a very interesting article came out on the KSE website saying that Toei Animation will make intense use of artificial intelligence in its future productions. Quote, Toei Animation announced that it will start adopting artificial intelligence technologies more intensively in its productions. The planned applications include creating storyboards, automatic coloring, correction of key and in-between drawings, as well as generating backgrounds based on real photos. End quote. And guys, most programs can do this nowadays, programs that generate images using artificial intelligence, like Midjourney for example, even Bing itself which generates images for free. You can ask it for a Goku, and it will make one even chat generative pre-trained transformer itself. If you type the prompt, make a Dragon Ball background, it will do it. And if you think about it, these home AIs that we have, like ChatGPT, Gemini, DeepSeek, they're home AIs made for regular people, and even so they're great and keep getting better and better. Just imagine the AIs that the big companies have. What Toei Animation has, sure, it might be a good artificial intelligence for that purpose, but just imagine the big techs. Their artificial intelligence S must be insane. But let's get back to this, open quotes. This new stage of technological integration comes after an additional investment made by Toei Animation and the publisher Kodansha in the artificial intelligence startup Preferred Network on April 30th, 2025. In other words, this investment was made very recently. According to the company, the expectation is that Preferred Network's technical expertise will drive the future of the Japanese industry. Toei believes that the combination of the technologies developed by the startup and its own established experience in anime production will bring important synergies to the industry. The company also points out that the partnership aims to achieve sustainable growth and broadly contribute to the advancement of Japanese animation as a whole, end quote. Well, Japanese animation has always been known for its 2D animations. We already know that, we're already familiar with it, and we already like it. However, the latest Dragon Ball movie, for example, was made in 3D. And at the time I mentioned it to you guys because I was following the Japanese news and everything as a hobby about how they were doing it. And actually, they brought in Spanish workers to Toei Animation to help make the Dragon Ball superhero movie. and they even delayed the movie by a month to improve and polish it. So that version that turned out pretty satisfying in 3D could have really been hated if it weren't for that delay, and also if they hadn't had outside help. The relationship between Preferred Network and Toei isn't recent. Since 2020, the two companies have been conducting joint tests to optimize anime production with artificial intelligence. One of the first results of this collaboration was Irvan, an experimental short film released in February 2021 using the Cinephi tool developed by PFIN. Toei managed to convert real photographs of the city of Sasebo into anime-style images, reducing pre-production time to 1/6 of what is required with conventional methods. About 2/3 of the backgrounds in Urban were generated with artificial intelligence, allowing Toei's artists to focus on creative details, especially in the cyberpunk style. Since then, the company has indicated its intention to use Cinephi in television and film productions, signaling a continuous evolution in the use of artificial intelligence as support for artistic work. In addition, it was revealed that a film based on an international property of Toei Animation, which was previously scheduled for release in 2026, has been postponed to 2027. This means that there will be no new feature films from the company in 2025 and 2026, although the project's title has not been confirmed. There is a possibility that it could be a new Dragon Ball movie, which has already been the subject of rumors. End quote. Well, do you remember that I told you a financial report from Toei Animation had leaked, saying that there would be a new movie next year? So these artificial intelligence projects, and their implementation now in the Japanese industry, especially at Toei focused on anime, ended up delaying this project, which was probably a Dragon Ball project, to 2027. This would be a feature film. And Toei is now working on Dragon Ball. They made Dragon Ball Diamond, but Shueisha, which owns the copyright for Dragon Ball Super in the manga, is not authorizing a new anime season, and that's why we don't have the Moro Saga, unfortunately. But when we get this feature film, with artificial intelligence, the level should be incredible, because I'm going to show you here some of the Dragon Ball artificial intelligences made by regular people. Actually, of course, these are very skilled specialists who are really good at what they do, but they're not top professionals from big companies. They're people who decided to learn and did it, and nowadays they make Dragon Ball animations at an incredible level. Simply amazing. So when Toei themselves are the ones making it, wow, for sure it's going to be a movie on an incredible level. And regarding this project, I don't think the project announced here, which was postponed to 2027 and is probably a Dragon Ball project, is the same project that's going to be announced tomorrow in V-Jump. I think tomorrow's project should be the continuation of the manga, so we'll be able to follow Dragon Ball Super. Personally, I like the anime, but I have no problem following the manga, and I even think the manga is more coherent, so I don't get that anxious. But honestly, if Dragon Ball Super was supposed to come back, it would have already come back, and nowadays, the importance I give to the return of Dragon Ball Super as an anime is getting smaller and smaller in favor of the manga itself, which anyway needs to have a worthy ending to honor the memory of Akira Toriyama. Comment your opinion below. Don't forget to leave a like, to subscribe to the channel as well, and hit the hype button, which is free and really helps me keep bringing you this news. Because I had stopped bringing news. If you want me to keep going, support this video here. That's it, guys. Thanks for your support. I'll stop here. See you.